a lot more on the spots, but we
Okay.
can do that. We can talk about it.
Right, and then you flip right in and you're
It's just a
done.
matter of who's here, who's, you know.
Yeah, who's got to wait?
Okay, so I'm going to call government operations to order. And we need to designate the 2017 official newspaper, and I understand from consensus it's going to be the Times-Union.
Correct. I think the alt.
No, I got no reaction there. No, I understand for the record that
Right.
that will be, once again, the Daily Gazette. Or the Gazette newspapers, whatever they're going by.
Could be the Union Star. I mean, it's
Good.
old enough.
No, not old enough to remember that one.
So I need a motion for that, please. This is for government operations.
That's it, I'm not gonna.
So me? Oh, I'll do that.
Okay, Karen's moving, John seconding, all those in favor? Aye. Is there anything else to come before government operations this evening? All right, moved by Mr. Palma, seconded by Mrs. Hewell-Zinnis. We are adjourned. All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
That's the way to run.
Okay, call to order health and recreation. Two items on the agenda. First, the Steinmetz Park Playground. Mr. Frank.
Thank you. This is a state legislative grant that runs through the Office of Parks and Recreation and Historic Preservation. It was secured through the support of the Eastern Neighborhood Association. Camille's here tonight. I can talk a little bit more about what the vision is for it, but there is no local match. This was already approved in your capital budget for 2017. But part of what's required to start moving the paperwork forward is a resolution authorizing the entering the contract, conscious of the legislative initiative requirements and guidelines. This basically says it will spend the money that it'll permanently be on the site. And so I think the vision is for a more senior park and attraction.
Do you want to add anything? No?
He got it all.
You got it all? Okay. Are there any questions? Comments? Okay. Oh, that's
You
okay.
got comments?
Yeah, I was asking for, were there any? No, because, well, I just want to say that, I'm really happy to see all the parks moving forward, but that, they're continually looking for opportunities and for money to do things. And it's really wonderful that we don't have to necessarily put out any money to do this, but, just some in-kind services, so. And all of our parks are looking better all the time, so thank you very much.
I also think this serves a demographic that hasn't necessarily been served in the past. And I think it's an exciting new change for our community in that respect also. I think this equipment is phenomenal.
It is. Because when we think of playgrounds, we usually think of youth, so.
All right,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, awesome. So, Mr. Reedy? Okay.
Just wanna,
Oh, maybe.
is this adding to the existing equipment that we have there? Like,
The existing equipment, the equipment that's there already is for like 2 to 14, 15-year-olds. The new equipment is going to be specific to providing mechanics balance for the elderly, 2-person swings, for Alzheimer's. It will be in the basically the same location as the existing park.
can this be considered a senior playground?
It's a senior.
Yeah.
Basketball, pickleball.
So yes, you can help.
Good, thank you.
Okay.
You'll be able to take advantage of it.
I was just
You have to show your AARP card.
Okay.
Right?
So, any other questions, comments? Hey, Mr. Reedy?
I'll move it once again.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Thank you, David. Thank you, Camille. Thank you. Okay, the next item on the agenda is a ceremonial resolution for the Martin Luther King Coalition 30th anniversary, which is this year. And so I just wanted to give them a resolution just recognizing the work that they've done in the past years. And the service is on the 15th of January. They're at 2:30, so they're going to be doing some pretty, I guess, more extensive kind of celebration this year in view of their 30th anniversary. Any questions?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Anything else to come before Health and Recreation?
Just one thing, Madam Chair, just make the council aware, I just told the mayor, National Grid is planning on removing every tree on the even side of Campbell Avenue. And that's probably 35 trees, just off the top of my head. There's a big transmission line that goes through there, so if we get phone calls, we'll know what it's about. There's like it's either a 12 or 14-inch transmission line that comes from the city right away. And the new consensus is that they're concerned about the roots scraping off the plastic covering. It's an old transmission line, but that's the consensus. But the kicker is, because I asked how, are they going to put in topsoil and seed it? And he said, no, we're going to leave the stump. So I got a hold of Paul LaFond right away. And hopefully we'll get something in place before they start cutting any trees, because they're planning on just leaving the stumps there. That's going to look real nice. 35 tree stumps on Campbell Avenue. So, and the mayor brought up a good point, though. I think when something like that done, they may have to replace those trees, maybe not there, but someplace else. I'm not sure, but I think you are correct with that. As far as that goes, so we'll have to see what you can negotiate.
Look into it, but I'm not sure that original assumption is correct.
That may be in parkland, I don't remember this. Yeah, there also may be in other parts of the city too. They told me they're going to do this. So it must be some new consensus that they have to protect the infrastructure. So, that's what it is. I mean, some of those trees should come down, they're in bad shape. Quite honestly, some of those trees were planted like 8 years ago in Retree, Schenectady. Yeah, so we're gonna get phone calls, just so you know. We'll be hearing about it, so I just want to get you
Appreciate that. Anything else? If not-
for your turn.
Okay,
Second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
We're adjourned, thank you.
All right, call to order the Committee on City Development and Planning. A few items on our agenda here. The first one is the permit for the Reynolds tax service. Is Chris here?
This is a development handout.
Okay, go ahead.
It's just a regular revocable permit, the Reynolds tax service at 406 Union Street. So included in the packet, there's a picture of what it's going to look like. It'll be 34 inches tall, that's 27 inches wide. Got approval from the Historic District Commission and the Development Department, and just needs to
Any discussions or concerns with this? No, seeing none. Motion, Ms. Porterfield. Mr. Mulder, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, second item, do you amend the resolution, 2015-120, I'm assuming you're going to take that as well?
That's me as well. Yeah, this is just changing the resolution to show a different entity as the purchaser. Schenectady Water and Electric was approved by the county to purchase the property or approved by the place. The issue is because of this other land that they own in the area, they're going to consolidate one lot to consolidate it. It all needs to be owned by the same entity. So it would be easier if they were able to have LNS Realty Corp, which is an affiliated company, and owns the other properties in the area, purchase the property instead of doing it.
Any questions, concerns?
So all that stuff that they just purchased there, they did in LNS, in the LNS, realty, and then this most recent one, they somehow wanted to do that, and just want to change that.
I don't think they understood just, how strict we are, or, if you're authorized somebody to buy it, that doesn't mean just some other company can sell it. In the private sector, you have more flexibility to that. And with us, it's, it has to be their person.
Oh, okay, all right, thank you.
Okay, motion to move.
So,
Mr. Mulder, second by Ms. Porterfield, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. And number 3, the Cleaner Green Community, SERDA Grant Award, Mr. Frank.
This is a culmination of over a year's worth of efforts to make Schenectady eligible for this grant award. Eric is already part of this, so I'm going to speak a little bit into this.
This is an award through the Cleaner Greener Communities program through NYSERDA. It is for $150,000, $50,000 of which is from the already approved 2017 capital budget, and roughly $55,000 is from in-kind services. We were able to apply for this through 4 of the initiatives that were already passed through the City Council. The vehicle fleet efficiency policy, the solar and EPC permitting, as well as the PACE permitting. Majority of this program will be focused around public outreach, educational programs, and clean and sustainable transportation methods. And there will be multiple stakeholder groups to determine some of the more specifics moving forward. There are 11 letters of support for the application. So we plan to use those letters of support and build upon that to create a stakeholder group. This will include 4 charging stations for the city, 6 partial hybrid electric vehicles for the city, as well as a minimum of 4 electric charging stations for public facing.
And of those letters of support, do you know who most of them were? I mean, I don't need all 11, but
Yes.
you must know a majority of them, right?
Yeah, all of them were in our region. For example, the Downtown Schenectady Improvement Corporation, there's a Capital Region Electric Vehicle Driver Group, and then we got support from some of the local companies, and some of the Metroplex was also provided letter of support. So a lot of the local organizations in the area.
I'm going to be honest. Are you going to involve youth in any way, high school kids or college students or anything with this? I think this would be a nice initiative for some of our younger folks to take the lead on as well.
That's entirely a possibility.
Yeah, there's more than one part to it. So there's the vehicle charging stations themselves. The other part of it is we're working with Climate Action Associates. I'm doing just outreach on more efficient standards and things like that. And so yeah, that'll definitely.
And there will be multiple outreach events around education and sustainability in clean energy initiatives. So that's absolutely a great idea.
And that's coming out of your office, and you're going to be leading all that? The educational components of the community events?
Notified we've been awarded this. They're asking if we not announce it yet. So hopefully when the council formally passes this next week,
Okay.
that we'll have that authorization to announce it. Again, it's part of the series of things that we have done and are looking to
Right.
do in the future. You know, the PACE financing mechanism was one that made us eligible to get this money. And so they're all somewhat interdependent, and they want just what you're talking about. So it's a broad-based level of community engagement. So yes, we'll maybe get some electricity up some of the new equipment in Steinmetz Park to help some of the seniors when they're a little bit tired.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But, youth involved also in other applications. Something goes through involved.
All right. Very good. Good. Any other questions, concerns with this? And Mr. Frank, you had a big play in this as well, with the grant opportunities and leading us through the whole process. So thank you for your insight and moving us forward to where we are today, I'm sure. You have a move, I'm sorry. You have a move by
Second.
Ms. Porterfield, Mr. Rivera, seconds. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Very good. Thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate it. All right, item number 4, the Housing Standards Review Board, a discussion, and
That should be in my name, sure that it's not confusion-wise. but,
okay, go ahead, Ms.
I just
President.
received an email from the Housing Standards Review Board that they were starting their process, that they were meeting, and that they did need 2 more members. These are mayoral appointments, and one of them has to be an architect or an engineer. But I just thought we'd bring it up for discussion. If anybody knows anybody who might be interested, they would direct their resume to the mayor's office. I also recommended, because they are trying to spread the word, that they're, meeting and that they're active, that they come and use, privileges for the council, to let the public know. But it's really just to start getting the word out there, that they are an active group, and again, they're looking for people that know.
So they do meet the first Tuesday of every month, is that what we're saying?
I do not know the exact day that they meet, but they are meeting, and they'll come and tell us more during the meeting as well.
Oh, they will, okay, yeah, because I don't know any of these 3 people here, which I apologize, who they are, or,
Don't apologize.
I mean, so it'd be nice just to see them and talk with them, and I think maybe to attend one of these meetings too, to see
And
really
we
what
can
they're
certainly have
doing.
them come to a committee meeting
I think would be nice, yeah.
But I thought their focus was really on getting the word out to the public, and I can ask them to also come and talked to council, I thought it might be a little preliminary since they aren't a full functioning board yet. And
And they need
may
2 more
wanna get
members?
Yeah, they may want to get their, get things rolling a little bit
Sure.
more before they come and talk to the council, but I thought it was great that they were, doing outreach and interested and engaged and wanting to move forward, so.
Very good, yes.
Actually, the question might be more for the mayor. Mayor, so to be a member of this board, do they have to be a city resident or can they be a county resident?
No.
Neither?
Has to be a city resident.
Has to be a city, okay. Thank you.
And as I said, one needs to be either an architect or an engineer.
So neither of these 3 meet that criteria right now, is what we're saying.
Not only an engineer, it has to be a PE.
Oh,
Angel Santa Barbara, put this on the minute.
That's a running.
Oh, that's right. Wow, very, okay, so just trying to get the word out, yes?
And see where they are and, but in the meantime, if anybody has to direct their.
So, Mr. Mayor, can we get an overall review of what this board does and really what the criteria is that you're looking for as a board member as well? So if we do, I mean, it's kind of vague here.
It's all top secret.
Well, I know. So, if I'm looking to recruit, first thing I say, well, what do they do? And quite honestly, that's what I'm saying, right, yeah.
So
Yeah.
you can get that from there.
So it's all there.
Yeah, and again,
Okay.
I don't want to put them on the hot spot. I figured we'll give them a
Yeah.
little while to get,
Yeah, but I think it'd be good, so if we're
running, and
looking for
then we'll,
people.
ask them to come in and.
Okay. All right, very good. All right, any other discussion on that? There's nothing to move on, so again, a couple of seats available. Before we go into executive, I just have one more item, and I don't know the health or record of this committee. How are they doing with the petition drive for the MLK Way? Do we have any idea what's going on with that, or where they are with that, or isn't that supposed to be into us by now? Because isn't that,
Did they submit any yet?
isn't it the thing on the 19th? When is that, the big unveiling?
15th.
No, the
Oh,
unveiling.
Well, their goal was to have it on the 13th.
Okay, so they're nowhere near that then, obviously, if they didn't get us any petitions. So we haven't received anything at all then, right? Nothing?
No, haven't heard or seen anything.
And I only know that Angelica said that she's going to be calling around to find out, collect
they are.
information. I saw her last week, so.
All
And
right,
I know they did announce it it was a Kwanzaa celebration at Mount Olivet, and they did ask people, quite a few people to participate.
yeah. Okay. All right, I was just out of curiosity where we were with all
Well,
that.
beyond that, have we, has the sign actually been ordered or done or anything like that? I don't know the answer.
I don't know the answer to that. I mean, if they're gonna unveil something, there's not gonna be anything to unveil if, who should we be doing that?
On that day? Are they doing it on the date, the January 15th date?
No.
Their goal
Okay.
was to do it on the 13th, which is that Friday before that.
Correct.
But when the head of the MLK Coalition, Randy Magoo, was here, he did say if they weren't able to get it done in time for that they would at least have the opportunity to announce it on the 15th,
I don't know that.
and then to do the
Do a
unveiling
ceremonial.
Okay.
Something
sometime
further
later.
down.
He did say
Okay.
that, so I don't know what their exact plan is, but he did mention that as an option.
Okay, so that's kind of where we are. Nothing, no reflection on us, it's on the organization, coalition, right? Getting the work done. Okay. All right, anything else to come before city development planning? Yes, go ahead. Yes, sir.
We all got a letter last week from Mrs. McLean about a sign on the Oneida
Middle
School campus. Do we have any standing with this at all? I don't have the letter with me,
I just
but
passed it on. to-
We've been passing it on. There it is. It's addressed, yes.
I assume the school district would have to go through the planning commission and so any other entity?
I don't think they do.
On school
that's what I
grounds, they
wondered,
don't.
yeah.
I don't think they do. Schools are exempt, yes. Because we never paid school sign and Central Park sign, we didn't have to go through the school property.
So they're their own entity as far as like,
I thought, that's their school colors, that's why they did the orange and the blue. I know that was always Oneida's colors. I just drove by it today, actually.
I mean, I
You're
know it
close
never
to it,
came
you see it
before
all the
us.
time. I
so-
see it. Yeah. I think it's a nice sign, being quite, I mean, it shows, it, you know, tells me what's going on at the school at least too, so. All right,
Yeah, I
Right.
signed it, I think it's very visual, it's,
yeah,
here's an LED sign that
Yeah.
you can change the messaging.
Exactly.
It's just like the high school one.
Yeah,
Right, so
exactly.
it's standardizing the signage and messaging from the schools.
and it's big too, yeah. No graffiti on it, yeah, okay.
Another issue that probably differ on what should happen, council will take their respective positions. The council doesn't have any.
That's my only concern.
Yeah, now the schools are the schools. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, Councilman Cleveland. Okay, nothing further to come before city development planning. I need a motion to go into executive session, correct?
Oh, right.
Yes.
Right? We're gonna run an executive session?
Before that, Mr. Chairman.
Well, you are,
one
come
more.
on
Well,
now, Mr. Brady.
I need a clarification from our corporation counsel, because there was some innuendo made that I should not be involved in discussions about the tolling contract because of my former employment with a company that sold their tolling business to this entity that's making this accusation. I just want to know where I stand with this. Am I supposed to recuse myself from discussion?
Are you gonna recuse yourself if you have to vote on anything with the underlying issue?
I may. I mean, I'm thinking about that now. I said I would. But since this company is now stating that they're not connected with the outfit that I worked for, I don't know if I really should or should have to. Should I have to because of my former employment?
Yeah. The question is, can you be fair and impartial in your decision making? If you feel you can, then you vote on it. If you don't feel you can, then it's probably not appropriate to vote on it. In terms of discussions, there's nothing that you can't be part of the discussions or sit in on it and make it really, and the final decision, whatever comes to that.
Okay. So it's okay for me to be involved with the discussions in your opinion?
Yes.
No secondary advice by any chance? Second opinion by any chance? Never know, Carl. All right, so back to my original thing. We need a motion to go into executive session. Mr. Motivaren, Ms.
Second.
Dorfman, all in favor, say aye. All right, thank you. Were they sandblasting out there, or what are they doing?
Clean up that mess you made, Coach.
That's me, no?
Is that our vacuum cleaner? No.